Welcome to another Age of Empires forecasted game. We got in the color teal, playing as the Mongols. It's Valdemar, also known as the Kid. And the color purple, playing as the French. I was about to say playing as the Japanlovingweeb. It's Japanlovingweeb. Welcome everybody. How are you doing? Now we got an interesting match today because it's something that we haven't seen quite often. A Mongols against the French, and not any kind of French. This one is the Janne civilization, which is kind of different, you know. Typically in a match like this, the Mongols will have the advantage just because they can easily harass the gold of the French, denying those royal knights. And slow but steady, like the French loses his main unit to fight against the Mongols. But in this case, things are a little bit different because we have a hero in the scene and things may change. So we don't know yet who's gonna win this fight, and we already see the barracks going out for Valdemar. Nice early barracks for this early aggression. Gonna move the gear to the gold here. Remember, you can always get cheap with the gear. Like, if he moved the gear here, he could have got the ship. A lot of people do it. If you got the micro like these guys, you can do it for sure. We see Japanlovingweeb. Not playing Japan this time. I'm wondering who's this Japanlovingweeb. I'm sure he's a very popular guy in the Age of Empires 4 scene. I'm not super sure who he is. I'm gonna have to look it up. There you go. Couple of Mongols going directly into the enemy base. Looks like usually you want to harass the gold, right? And this is a perfect spot because you have the gold here and also you have the deer. So you semi-deny the food for your opponent. And remember, the French is not a civilization that can go easily into farms. They don't have any discounts for that. See the School of Cavalry being built, 2 minutes 30, very, very fast. HAP. It's gonna be with 2 villagers, and the reason is John Wick, however you wanna call it. It also builds faster. If I click on her, you can see it builds 33% faster. It also have generates health and basically generates experience by killing units. That's all she has now. You see the Mongol. Very early tower rush here. 3 minutes here already with a couple of spearmen. A couple more to come. Looks like Valdemar didn't scout where the gold was before going. So he lost a little bit of idle time. Do we see a villager also coming here? Indeed, we see 2 villagers already coming here to get this gold vein. So Janne gonna be in a trouble here when it comes to making the first French knight. I believe he has enough resources for one, but not for wheelbarrow for sure. Well, Mongols just about to age up. Not gonna build more spearmen. Looks like it doesn't need them. And it's gonna be here. Look at this. Nice micro coming from Valdemar. Pushing the ship away. Being annoying in any type of way. Like, in a way, this is another way to do damage to the economy. Because if your villagers need to walk so much to get the deer, then you're in a position where you're ahead in the economy department when it comes to food. And there we go. Outpost goes up. And with that, 4 spearmen will be here, denying this gold vein and some deer. Now we see barracks going out for Janne. Still, the gold veins quite far from his base, so it's gonna be a lot of idle time, especially because you don't have wheelbarrow. We got the deer stones going up for Valdemar. See this beautiful Mongol statue. I believe this one is the Genghis Khan, right? I mean, Valdemar is a Mongol. It's a Mongol player. Like, he really loved Mongols. One of his best civilizations, I believe. And he's also a very aggressive player. So it actually fits him a lot. He's gonna scout the other gold. He noticed there are 2 gold veins here. He may potentially put another tower here just to be safe that those villagers don't go there. We see John Dark. I believe she already Asia. Where is our hero here? Be around here. There you go. Our hero goes. Gonna kill the wolves here just to get some experience. The can just gonna be annoying. And we're not sure how much XP she needs to age up, but just a lot of these people are focusing on aging up their hero, and they focus on getting up to level 3 as fast as they can. And one of the ways is to kill the boar. If there is a boar here, must be another one in the other side of the map. There you go, another boar. So that's a way you can play it. We will see how fast he levels up his John Dark character. Meanwhile, archers going on for Valdemar, not going for any kind of Keshik yet. A lot of villagers on wood to support this strategy. Never mind, he's changing his mind and he's going for stable as well. So far, nothing happening here. Both players walking around the map, but without any encounters, and looks like John Dark will take down this tower. And looks like she does quite a good job by healing the villagers. 2 villagers go down in the try, unfortunately. Valdemar doing a really nice micro here, manages to push another deer while with the can on the run, showing how good this guy is. We see tower going up for this gold vein. It's a little bit far from his base, so he need to be careful. As the Mongols, you always prioritize the wood when it comes to your town center placement. So it's normal, sometimes the wood is a little bit far from home. And now, Japanlovingweeb just gonna have the gold back to his home. A lot of archers not gonna do enough damage to John Wick. She's gonna heal, so Japanlovingweeb actually has the numbers to beat this. Just need to micro well. Just because you already have a hero, so you instantly have the advantage when it comes to fighting. And this is a man-at-arms, so it's just gonna be very tanky against those archers. So the archers will need to focus in other units. So the Keshik's gonna do quite a good job here, dealing a lot of damage. Looks like John Wick is gonna go down. It's about to go down, but looks like this Keshik managed to get a charge there. Oh my god, what's this? She's supposed to be dead, right? I'm sure it should be like a bug where it's like 0 point something and it shows 0, but because it's not exactly 0, then it just, you know, it doesn't die. It should have died. Amazing micro coming by Valdemar, by the way, doing a charge just in the last second. Valdemar trying to focus on John Dark, but it's just gonna, it's just so tanky. Doesn't die with anything. Spearman, number of Spearman going down for Valdemar, leaving these knights open for any kind of damage. You gotta be careful here. John Dark still pretty low on health, but slow but steady recovering, already almost halfway there. It's like Valdemar starting his pasture transition. Looks like there's not much food in this map. Got a couple of berries here. You need to go out for this deer. Well, actually have the deer on the board, so very nice spot, those two together. Same for his opponent. It's already walling this area. Very nice walling coming from him. I see Valdemar trying to send a couple of Keshiks just to harass, to see if they can find anything. The wall hasn't been built yet, unfortunately, so these Keshiks may be lucky. You see what I mean? He pushed the deer so far that look how many seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seconds for a villager to go to the mill. And that's to go and come back. That's 18 seconds for each villager. That's a huge difference actually. Walls coming out in the north side of the map for Janne Dark. It's like the scout went down. But I have to get another scout. A nice raiding coming here from Valdemar. He managed to get... actually didn't manage to get any... I think he got one. He got one villager kill. Cause quite a bit of damage here. Now the archer's gonna deal with the Keshiks. Remember, the Keshiks not very tanky against archers. They're very squishy. They're cheaper, so you can have more in the field, but they're kind of squishy. Couple of pastures here for Valdemar. Sitting in 700 food a minute. Looks like he has quite a big army already. It's gonna cause some damage somewhere in this map. Looks like this Keshik's gonna go down. Managed to leave by an inch. Now this army is slow but steady, marching towards his opponent's base. Gonna be able to get something out of this. There is a good amount of Keshiks and Spearmen here. You gotta be careful here. Keshik gonna focus on the villagers, actually, not focusing on the military. Didn't manage to get a kill, but did leave them with a few HP left. 5 villagers, 7 villagers go down in total so far in this match. Valdemar having 10 villagers ahead in the economy. Already looking pretty good to him. Another villager goes down. With a 10 villager difference from Valdemar. It's gonna retreat. That was a nice raid, nice little raid. You don't want to lose your army. Now he's gonna try to find another angle. But his army is also moving with him, so you gotta be careful. Especially you have a lot of spearmen, and your opponent has a lot of archers. So you gotta protect those, especially with the Keshiks. Looks like these villagers may go down too. Keshik taking a lot of damage actually. Doing quite a good job. Janne Dark not being able to level up yet. She needs to fight, and any kind of fight is beneficial to her because even if she doesn't kill anyone, if any other unit dies around her, it counts as experience. I don't know what's up, it just gave 0 experience. Keshik's not gonna be able to find an open area here. And I have to go through this. But the French are already moving forward to the Mongol base. Not much towers here yet. One already built. You need to build more as the Mongols, just to be sure that your villagers have a safe place to stay if a raid happens. It's like a villager will go down indeed. Just 10 villager kills so far, and looks like these villagers will also be in trouble here. Villager gets a stack. Nice raiding coming from Valdemar here, already sitting 14 villagers. Managing to get a huge lead in the number of villagers. Now you see more towers going up for Valdemar. He needs a place for him to stay safe. Remember, he's very exposed here. It's a deer The deer is here and the boar, and eventually he will need to transition into this food resource just because he don't have enough pastures. And you see 8 villagers going up for the boar, but at the wrong time. They will find the French knights here. The French knights not focusing on the right target. They should be focusing on the villagers. Looks like a villager will go down here. One for the boar. I don't know who gets the kill, the boar or the royal knight. Looks like the boar will start attacking the royal knights. The Keshiks come to save the day. Boar actually in the sight of Valdemar attacking the knight. I mean, actually quite good damage here. Valdemar manages to clean this up. Should get the boar pretty soon. Remember, the boar is still attacking people. It's just a mad fellow. There you go. 4 villagers only. And another villager goes down because of the boar. The boar killing a lot of people today. And now we see Janne actually leveling up, now in level 3. Now this is the knight version. It's gonna have AoE damage, healing, and she can summon a couple of units to fight. It's already here the Janne's champion. Actually pretty strong unit. So you gotta be careful here. Wheelbarrow going for Valdemar. Not having wheelbarrow cuts him a lot of villager kills. To be pretty safe now. Looks like the numbers for Valdemar looking pretty solid so far, but the Janne is a quite strong unit. She tanks a lot of damage. So far, no spearman for Valdemar, so she's free to go and attack. Nice charge coming from the Keshiks here. Managed to get a nice hit. Archer's not gonna be doing much against this Castle Age unit. It's like a Castle Age unit in the Feudal Age. But it's gonna be hard to deal with her. Valdemar gonna move all his economy to the other side of the wood line. French, already knowing where Valdemar is, he's trying to create a tower as fast as he can. Just to be safe here, let's check his vision. He already have towers around his base. Should be pretty safe to see when an enemy comes to your base or not. Walls coming out for the side of the wall to protect those berries. So far, no sign of aging up for bot players. Bot players sitting in one town center. Remember, no trade so far for the Mongols, just because the trade post is in the middle, so it's very risky. As the Mongol player, this is very risky. Pasture transition starting to happen, but still not enough pastures to support the economy. So you're gonna have a lot of archers because there's quite enough wood, but not enough food. Now we see a lot of gold income coming from the French side. Maybe thinking of aging up. Valdemar probably thinking of aging up too. Not many villagers on gold yet. Yeah. Actually, 8 should be more than enough to age up if he don't decide to create more Keshiks. You just gotta be careful here. You already have the villager advantage, so the longer the game goes, the better it is for you. So you should have, like, indeed, we have more food going for Valdemar, more wood, and eventually he will have more gold. Keshiks gonna be able to enter the base once again. But unfortunately not gonna be able to find anything. And looks like the Khan will alert the enemy, and indeed he knows his opponent is here. Just because the Khan decides to fire an arrow to a building. I think they should change the Khan behavior where they don't shoot buildings. And now villagers may go down here. A couple of charges to these villagers. Didn't manage to get any villager kill so far. More Keshiks going up for Valdemar, deciding to stay in the feudal a little bit longer. Board units coming from Valdemar. Already sitting. 1 barracks, 3 archery range, 3 stables. Whereas his opponent is only in 2 archery range, 1 barracks, and, well, 2 stables basically. They're pretty even in terms of production. And this is quite a big army. So you gotta be careful here, you don't want to engage with them alone. It looks like they're going to the north. I'm gonna try to find a way here to enter, but looks like he decides to retreat. It's very risky for him, he can lose the whole army here. Let's see if he managed to escape. And he didn't manage to escape. Looks like they will fight here. Valdemar's reinforcements not very nearby. This could be very bad for Valdemar. He does have the archer numbers, but the French has a hero here. Gonna be able to deal with those archers and decides to run. It's definitely the right call. You don't have the numbers to fight. And here are the Keshiks. There you go, more Keshiks and archers going for Valdemar. Trying to focus on the hero. The problem is they're losing so much time trying to kill the hero that the other units are still alive. And if you focus on the hero and you don't kill it, you waste so much damage. Keshik numbers not looking good for Valdemar. Looks like he's trying to go castle. These villagers run out of food, unfortunately. More raids coming here in Valdemar's base. Already 10 villager kills. Somehow, Janne turning things around. A lot of idle time for these villagers. So far, no pasture transition yet for Valdemar. Only a bunch of pastures. You need more for sure to sustain this economy. Outpost gonna go down. This hero actually makes a huge difference. No emplacements in these towers yet. Not gonna happen soon. It's like numbers pretty equal at the moment. It looks like we have a huge clash here. Oh. There you go, nice screenshot here. Let's go back to the north. Numbers not looking pretty good for Valdemar. Archer's not gonna do quite good against those royal knights. +1 melee attack just coming from Valdemar. All this time he was fighting in a disadvantage. Also textiles going up for Valdemar too. So far no +1 melee armor yet. You know, it doesn't make a huge difference, but with so many battles here, like, you could have potentially turn things into your favor if you had those melee armor upgrades. Just because there's so many fights happening, and there's a lot of melee units coming from Janne, basically denying her +1 attack from the knights. So far, this gold is not gonna be mine. It's gonna go for gold in the back. That's a lot of villagers. There's a lot of villagers. So far, pasture transition, not quite enough yet. That's a lot of units coming from Janne. Oh, we see a big clash here. Big clash of units. Looks like they're gonna fight. in Valdemar's base. Valdemar already sitting with a lot of archers, but those Royal Knights gonna be tough. And there you go, going to the cinematic mode. Jane's champion taking a lot of damage for her. That's a lot of arrows. Nice micro coming from Valdemar. Putting the Keshiks inside the towers just to protect them and add an extra attack. It's like gonna find another way to attack here. This gold is gonna be finished soon. Only 1000 gold left. Valdemar won't be able to HAP just yet. He's having trouble with the food department. That's why he's having so much archers. People are just gonna try to fight with the knight. Looks like they're gonna make it, but there are more important things today. Let's take a nice screenshot here. There you go. Now that's a fight. That's a lot of archers. The problem is you have a lot of knights too. 18 knights is no joke. And you need spearmen at this point. You need a lot of spearmen, otherwise the knights are just gonna run over your archers and just gonna destroy everything. So far, Valdemar taking steps very slowly. His farm transition should be able to finish soon. It's like raids continue going for Janne. Not many villagers left. So far, villager advantage into Valdemar's favor. But there's not much food left. You still have the berries, but they're a little bit exposed. It's a little bit risky to go to the berries now. The knight's gonna focus on those outposts. Valdemar losing vision. And now looks like Janne it's going for Castle Age, not creating more units. Never mind, he just created a couple of more knights. Looks like she wants to stay in Feudal. And now this army with a battering ram. Gonna cause a lot of trouble here. Remember, Valdemar is trying to force a fight inside his town center. And there we go. The fight, it's inevitable here. There you go. Nice screenshot here. Looks like this town center is gonna... It's gonna go up for now. It's not taking much damage. One ram is not gonna do much damage here. Valdemar with a lot of numbers here. That's a lot of archers. That's 77 archers. More spearmen going here to help with the knights. Knight numbers start to decrease, but also the Keshik numbers for Valdemar not looking quite good. Villagers gonna be able to deal with this ram very easy. Valdemar only sitting with archers. I never seen anything like this. I really haven't seen anything like this. Allow me another screenshot here. That's a huge number of archers. Yeah, I'm the screenshot guy. And we see the French going out with the guild call. Where is it? There it is. The back of his base. This is very interesting because you reap the benefits like 5 minutes later into the game. He may think this may go longer. Have a very long fight in Feudal actually. That's a lot of archers. They're trying to retreat. He knows why he's retreating. He probably smells it. It may be just because he smells the HAP. He doesn't want to fight at this point. He wants to fight when you have veteran units, because at this point you still have a lot of archers. They can even one-shot your knights. I think 75 archers can kill one royal knight in one shot. I believe so. Let's see how much range armor. It's like 4 range armor against 6 means 2 attack each. 69 archers, 2 shots for 9. And there you go. Castle Age goes for Janne. And with that, You have a lot of archers here. Look how much damage the archers do to the mill. Like, he's gonna intersect some units here. Valdemar, almost aging up. He ran out of gold here. He needs the other gold vein. It's gonna be the Kurultai. Interesting choice. It's gonna be the Kurultai here. But it's never a good time to age up when the opponent is in your base. That's a terrible thing. He probably smells it. Because otherwise your units will be on his base, right? And there we go. We got a Kurultai. It's like the knight's gonna get some villagers here. They managed to escape on time. Villagers trying to run wherever they can. So he still has nice wood in his base, pretty safe. He's saving the best for the last. That patch through here, interesting. Now you see veterancy for the archers and also +2 range attack coming. Gonna start capturing relics. And now we see the big boss, Janne, the blast cannon. It's basically a siege mounted in a horse. And we also see the cannon here. Why do you have a cannon? Oh, they summon a cannon. It's a summon cannon. Am I right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we got a cannon in H3. Oh, there you go. Now this hero, it's quite a big deal. It's quite a big deal. Like, she can just go there, nothing will happen. Look at this, 600 HP. How do you deal with this? Look at the number of damage the archers do is nothing. She can just stay there. With that cannon already taking down the town center. A lot of archers from the French opponent. Valdemar sitting with only archers, not doing much damage. Look at this hero. Cannot do much. This hero cannot do much here. I mean, just tanking all the damage from these archers, leaving the archer mass from Janne there. Valdemar taking all his villagers back to destroy the cannon, but Cess taps out, and with that, Janne, it's the winner of this match. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to watch more Age of Empires 4 content. I'll see you in the next one.